What is up, you guys? This car is coming together. If you haven't seen all the videos yet, this is an 83 Spirit that we are turning into a Spirit AMX with the help of Summit and some other brands. And we finally got the chance to mock up some of the front suspension on it, make sure all of our parts are going to work nicely before we get too far along in the paint process. We've got tons of cool clips of us getting everything ready, taping up all of the parts so we don't scuff them and mocking them up. So I hope you enjoy it. Leave your comments about what you are most excited to see on this car, because it's gonna be cool. There's gonna be tons of cool stuff on this car. So yeah, enjoy. All right, we're pretty much ready to get things set up on the front of the car here. We've got everything taped up. We've got the lower control arms on the subframe. We've got the upper ones on the car. Got the mounts here. It's looking cool. We got the casters off from underneath the car. It's on jack stands in the front. So we're gonna try and put the subframe up under here and see everything together. All right, we've got the coilovers out of the box for the first time. I am excited to put my really nice QA1 coilovers together with the springs and maybe even see them on the front of the car. Let's do it. Alright, so you guys saw that we mocked everything up in the front of the car. So after mocking it up, we pulled the rack back out. We're going to put some new bushings in it that match up with what we've got going on the front of the car, because the ones that this came with are just more of like a universal setup. So yeah, that's what we've got going on. We got a lot of the stuff on the front now, and now we're gonna start to take a look at all my stuff from Wilwood. So I ordered all kinds of Wilwood stuff from Summit, and we're gonna take a look at this kit on the front of my car and see what we're working with. Alright, so we got some of my brake assembly for the front up here on the car, and now I'm going to pop this coilover off because we want to see how my wheel fits over this hub situation. So I'm gonna pull this off, and basically, if you guys notice, a lot of the stuff that we're putting together is just kind of just to get it together, to get it on the car, to see what it looks like, just to make sure everything fits and works with each other for now. A lot of stuff, you know, like the bearings and stuff need to be packed and stuff needs to have Loctite and stuff, but for right now this is just kind of make sure everybody gets along. Got the coilover out of there, and we even brought the wheel out with the tire. We're gonna put the fender on, just kind of to get everything mocked up. We want to see how everything works with each other, and because I am a little bit concerned about the hub, so we've even pulled some spacers out just to see if we have to go that route possibly. So yeah, let's get this fender on the car and see what we're working with.
So our current problem is we got this dust shield cap, or dust cap for the bearing on the hub there. And our problem is the wheel crashes into it before we can get it mounted to the mounting face of the actual rotor. So our biggest problem right now is we're trying to come up with a plan to figure out how to either machine this one down or make another one or come up with some idea. Because obviously this ain't gonna work the way it is. It's not a huge problem, but it's part for course with custom car work.
All right, so you guys saw us put the fender on here, put the wheel and tire up, and Brandon explained to you the situation with the hub. Another thing that we're noticing is where the wheel and tire sits in the wheel well. Like, so if you're looking at the car from the side, we don't like where the wheel and tire is sitting side to side. So the gap in between the tire and then the flare here isn't the same from in the front and in the back. So we're trying to investigate what's going on there. We might have to move around some of the big stuff up here. Brandon's thinking maybe we can slide that K-member forward to give us a little bit more. We'll see what we've got going on, but it's a good thing that we're putting all this stuff up here. You never know what's gonna work on a build like this, because it really is just kind of guessing sometimes, because a lot of the parts on this car were never ever thought to have been put on a Spirit. So it's a good thing that we are mocking all of this up now before we get into paint and before there's color on this thing, because that would just be a nightmare. We're just gonna keep tinkering around. I'm so lucky that I have Brandon and Austin to help me with this, because man, they are good when it comes to this stuff. I'm just kind of sitting here like, oh my goodness, what have I got myself into? But seeing all the stuff on the car is very exciting, and having their help just makes me feel really good to know that I am in good hands, because they are helping me make my dream vision come to life for this thing. So yeah, this is where we're at right now, and we're just gonna keep going.